Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey. Welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, I'm comedian Jasmine W. Flexispot reached out to me and asked me if I could do a review over their standing desk. Y'all know I only talk about products and services that I really love. Honestly, this desk has been a real game changer for me. So if you don't know me, I am a stand-up comedian and actress and content creator. But before I did comedy, I did work in HR and I worked in tech for 6 years or so, and this is not my first rodeo when it comes to a standing desk. Okay, I've had a rising desk during my entire time working in corporate America, in tech and everything like that, because standing and rising desks are the big thing when you work in tech anyway. It's like necessary, right? So when they reached out to me about the desk, I was super excited. Not only because I quit my job a year ago to do a little bit over a year ago now to do stand-up comedy. It was so easy to put together. They dropped it off right outside of our apartment door, and the guy, I don't remember if it was UPS or FedEx, but he asked me, he's like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "No, I can push it in myself." So I actually pushed it in myself. So I left the box there because I was going to open it and record the opening later. And then when I left and came back, honey, my husband had opened the box. What are we doing? And why are we doing it? Mm-hmm. Did the box have your name on it, sir? No, it did not. Okay. But he had opened the box and the pieces were strewn about, and he asked me, do you need help putting it together? And I was like, looked at the pieces, I was like, nah, there's only a few pieces, right? So I'm like, I'm good. And plus I want to record myself putting it together, and you don't need to be a part of this at all. At all. Anyway, y'all, so I put the desk together, and I'm going to walk you through how I put the desk together through some video that's, sped up or whatever, time-lapsed.
All right, y'all. So this is me pulling the top of the desk out of the box. There are literally 5 pieces, okay? There's the top of the desk. There are the 2 legs that you see that I'm pulling out of the box right there. They're pretty heavy, and which is good because they're sturdy. And then there are the 2 feet, okay? A lot of y'all might be wondering, how tall does this desk get? Well, the shortest range is 28.7 inches off of the ground, and then the tallest is 48.4 inches, and it has a maximum weight capacity of 110 pounds. You'll see in a few minutes I'm going to actually sit on the desk to kind of test it out, honey. But yeah, this desk was super easy to put together because it was only 5 pieces, right? It came with a little bit more information about the desk there and the instructions to put it together. It's very simple instructions, similar to IKEA instructions or something like that. One thing I liked about the legs is not only did they screw down, but they had a lock feature. So you put them in sort of catacornered, and then you twist them, they lock in place, and then you screw the desk down. Now, I watched one video on YouTube of this desk being unboxed because I wanted to see what I was getting myself into. And I saw that they were using a drill to drill down the screws. You do not need a drill to screw these screws in, okay? I used my hand to get the screws in place, and then I used a little screw tool that comes with all of the furniture that you get that comes in a box in 2020, and I used that little tool to secure the screws, and they were very secure, very tight, locked in place, and yeah. So now you see I have one of the feet on the right side, and there's a groove there. The legs go right into the feet, and then you take 2 screws and you screw the feet down. If you have somebody that's working from home, or even a student that is doing work from home, this desk is great because it's giving me the flexibility to stand and edit my video or sit down, whatever works for me. My husband's even been using it for work, and this took me about 20 minutes to put together, no lie. I sped this video up and I lost the little tool in my rug 75 times, but this desk did not take me long to put together. It took me 20 minutes, and my husband was really surprised. He left and came back. He was like, "Wow, you already put it together." So yeah, you can let it up and let it down by 1 keypad with 2 buttons. Like, a kid could do it, okay? I know some of y'all ain't very smart, but a kid could do this, okay? And it's wide enough to fit 2 monitors. So after I got the feet on here, screwed down with my hands and the tool, Then I'm going to show you guys how I move on to the mechanics of the desk underneath. I'm looking very confused right now. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm looking for. I'm reading the instructions, okay? Just bear with me. Enjoy the moment, okay? So we're gonna move on to the bottom of the desk. Now this is the button to let it up and down. 2 screws in here. You see I'm using the screw tool to just secure it into the place. And so that was super easy. And the button just peeks out so you could, have easy access to it. And then the circular thing right there on the right side is the motor. And then here's the battery pack. And that's what I'm going to use to plug it into the wall, right? There was a little shelf underneath the desk. It's already attached that you just slide the battery pack into, and it holds it there for you. And then there, you see I'm looking at one little plug that you have to put together. Now, if you pay attention really close, I actually put it together backwards, okay? And that's why you're going to see that I'm going to have an issue and wonder why the desk isn't working in a second. But I put the little plug, I just plugged it in the wrong way, okay? It came with a little secure tab, so you can just secure your wires so they're not hanging all willy-nilly underneath your desk. Now, I did secure these wires so they weren't hanging too low. This is really important too if you have kids, but the wire that I'm unwrapping right now to plug it into the wall, you can secure it all the way under the desk, all the way down the leg, so it has a nice sleek design and the wires aren't hanging down, but I didn't care to do that. I have lots of wires underneath my desk, so it didn't matter to me. So I finally flip it over. I get on top to see how sturdy it is. It's pretty sturdy, y'all. I'm 135 pounds or so. So it was very sturdy. I didn't have any problems. And then I noticed, it's not working. What's wrong? But after a little bit of investigating, I said, this thing was so easy to put together. Where did I go wrong? 2 little plugs underneath that I plugged together, I had plugged them together backwards. Okay, so pay attention to that when you put the desk together. Everything else is very self-explanatory, and this was too. I was just being lazy, I guess. So once I switched them, you can see I'm just flipping them over to make sure they're plugged in the right way. The desk works, and it works perfectly. The wire there is just, it's being plugged into the wall. So this is my desk setup. I have my podcast mic here. I have my planners here for 2020 and 2021, getting ready. I have my headphones, camera gear, my laptop, which is a heavy duty laptop for coding and video editing. And then I have my orchid here just for good vibes and everything else in my little office, y'all. So let me show you how to let it down. So you see the button? 2 buttons right there. The wires are hanging down here. That's where I've plugged it into the wall. Like I said, you can attach those to the desk if you want to. And then you just press the button to let it up or down. A child could do it, okay? A child could raise this desk to their liking. Ignore my feet, they ashy. But one thing I wanted to point out is this desk has a 2-prong plug-in, unlike the Apple charger that you'll see below, which has 3 prongs, which is hard to find sometimes in apartments or if you're out and about. So yeah, it was that easy.
I just feel really cool letting it up and down. I feel really, really, really legit. If you have any questions about my setup here, or if you have any suggestions for ergonomical chair that I can purchase or something like that, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm just really, really excited to have my own space. I really feel like, a boss and everything. So now I just need the money. So this was cute or whatever. Shout out to Flexispot for sending me the desk to try. And when we get a house, I will need 2 of these, one for me and one for my husband to work on. So yeah. See y'all later. Bye.